Solve the equation if possible. Check your solutions. X minus 6 times the square root of x plus 5 is equal to 0. First note that the square root of x times the square root of x is equal to x. So since the first term contains an x and the second term contains the square root of x, the first term of each factor will be the square root of x. That is because when you multiply the square root of x by the square root of x, you are left with the first term in the original equation, which is x. The second term in the first factor is -1, and the second term in the second factor is -5, because -1 times -5 is equal to the last term in the original equation, +5, and -1 plus -5 is equal to the coefficient of the second term in the original equation, -6. So x minus 6 times the square root of x plus 5 factored is the quantity square root of x minus 1 times the quantity the square root of x minus 5. Next, set each factor equal to 0. You have the square root of x minus 1 is equal to 0. Add 1 to each side of the equation, then square each side of the equation. You find that x is equal to 1. Your other factor is the square root of x minus 5 is equal to 0. Add 5 to each side of the equation, then square each side of the equation. You find that x is equal to 25. To check your solution, substitute both 1 and 25 into the original equation. To check the solution x is equal to 1, substitute 1 for x. Simplify and you are left with 0 equals 0. Because this statement is true, the solution checks. To check x equals 25, substitute 25 for x and simplify. You are left with 0 equals 0. And because this statement is true, the solution checks. Therefore, x equals 1 and x equals 25 are your solutions.